It is a beautiful day for baseball here at Dwyer Stadium in Batavia, New York, as the 16-6 Jamestown Tarp Skunks take on the 16-6 Batavia Muckdogs. Once again, these two teams find themselves head-to-head in a battle for first place. Good evening and welcome to another broadcast of Tarp Skunks Baseball. I'm Dre Guinness alongside Jalen Ferguson. And Jalen, here we go, round 4. It was just a little over a week ago that these two teams met at Dietrich Park, once again with the identical record, not the result that the Tarp Skunks would have liked.
Yeah, that's right. But now we're back here in Dwyer, and this is a world title fight again. Both teams looking for first place dominance in the Western Division. I'm willing to see what's going to happen. Joe Rittenbach is going to put all his star players. He's going to put out all the heavy hitters he can in this game.
Jamestown and Batavia, again, coming in identical records. Batavia does have the 2-1 series advantage over the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. But when you look at these two teams, Jalen, side by side, statistically, they are almost identical. Through 22 games, Jamestown has a 2-run differential. 189 runs scored for the Skunks, 187 scored for the Muckdog. Betting average is where there's going to be a bit of a more of a lopsided difference, as Batavia is coming in as a team hitting 314. The Tarp Skunks hitting 272. On base percentage, almost even, 438 to 422. Slugging percentage, the other issue where the Skunks are at a bit of a disadvantage. 416 for the Muckdogs, 368 for the Tarp Skunks. Home runs, the Skunks have the edge, 7-6. When you look at the league-wide stats, both these teams are in the top 3 to 5 in almost every category, if not every single category. Of course, Batavia, their advantage that they have right now is their pitching. Their pitching has been a little bit better than the Tarp Skunks over the course of the season. However, as we have seen over the past 4, even 5 games, that pitching staff for the Tarp Skunks has really locked it down. And tonight, they're putting out their big man, big precious Zach McLean out on the mound.
Yes, like I said, Joe Rittenbach, he's gonna throw everything that he can at the Batavia Muckdogs, sending out Zach McLean. Most likely, we could see Joe Santos. We could see Pence on the mound, and we could possibly see Chase Barron. These heavy hitters, they're going to throw everything they can at him.
And the one thing that the Tarp Skunks need to be cognizant of is that the last time these two teams met at Dietrich Park, the Batavia Muckdogs were able to smack the baseball around with impudence, put the ball wherever they wanted to, and just continue to drive runs. It's going to be incumbent upon the Skunks tonight to play sharp, crisp defense, to be on the same page communication-wise, and to make sure that the defense is backing up their pitching.
Yeah, that's right. But one thing you got to talk about is that the Tarp Skunks are road warriors, only losing one road game to the Batavia Muckdogs. I think they want to get that back after losing 2 straight. They beat them the first meeting, but the last 2 meetings they lost, but this time they want a different result.
Absolutely. The Tarp Skunks on the season 11-1 on the road. They are 5-5 at home. Completely the opposite of the script that you would think you'd want to be more successful at home and go 500 on the road, but the Skunks in first place and bucking traditional baseball philosophy, I suppose, is the best way we could put it. We're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be back with the starting lineups in the first pitch after this. National anthem is handled and done, and we are almost set for Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. Leading off in center field is going to be Grant Moore. Batting second, the extra hitter Eric Weeks. First baseman, the newly arrived Nolan Smith. He will bat third. Over at shortstop, batting fourth is going to be James Dixon. Dom Costello, the designated hitter, will bat fifth. Tito Kiefer, the second baseman, bats sixth. Caleb Jordan will bat seventh and play third base. Branson Lindquist, the catcher, will bat eighth. Anthony Trommer in right field will bat ninth. And CJ Dugan will bat 10th for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. They will face the starting pitcher for the Batavia Muckdogs, Jake Sliss. Sixth appearance, fifth start. He's 1-0 with a 2.95 ERA, 18 in the third innings pitched, 13 hits, 10 runs, only 6 earned against 12 walks versus 32 strikeouts on the season. So it's going to be a tough matchup on both sides of the ball, Jalen.
Yeah, that's right. And if you remember, Jake Sliz has really given the Tarp Skunks problems in the last meeting he had. So it's going to be interesting how the Tarp Skunks are going to be able to adapt. But they're going to need to put the ball in play, seeing how the Muckdogs are going to be doing the exact same thing when they get up to bat.
We went through and talked about statistically these two teams are almost a mirror image, and Batavia's shown that they are beatable. They lost to, of all teams, the Newark Pilots in what could be considered a blowout, 13-7 on Sunday, as the Tarp Skunks were handling business on that doubleheader in Auburn. Batavia dropping a tough game to the Newark Pilots. However, getting a win yesterday, they come in winning one in a row. Tarp Skunks have a bit more momentum on their side as they're riding in a 4-game winning streak and have won 5 of their last 7 ball games.
That's right. One thing that I always say, no lead is safe here in the PGCBL.
No lead is safe, and with a night like tonight, it's almost difficult to predict how the ball is going to go out in this field here tonight. The wind is blowing heavy from left to right, so that's definitely going to affect balls hit out to left and center field. If you can get one in that jet stream out in right field, you might be able to clear that, well, it looks like 15-foot wall out in right field. The one thing that I noticed here tonight that's different from the last 2 times we've been here is the batting eye out in center field is not blacked out, and begs the question, how legal is that?
Well, let's see if that actually poses a problem for the hitters here.
So here we go. We are set for Tarp Skunks baseball. 88 degrees under suddenly overcast skies. Up until about 30 minutes ago, it was 97 degrees under mostly sunny skies. A cloud bank has rolled in and really dropped the temperatures. The first pitch to Grant Moore is swung on and missed. 6:47 for the first pitch. And 88 degrees, breeze blowing from left to right here at Batavia. Muckdogs in their home whites as a swing and a miss. And the count goes 0-2 to Grant Moore.
You know, the weather feels a lot better than how it was when we first got here. The sun was beaming down.
When I pulled into the parking lot at 3:15 this afternoon, my thermometer to my truck said 105 degrees. 0-2 fouled back, and Moore stays alive.
It just goes to show you how important hydration is around this time. Like we said back in Olean, summer is starting to sink in.
And the question is, how long will that summer last? 0-2 as Sliz kicks and throws in the swing and a miss. And Moore goes down swinging for the first out of the ball game.
You know, the Tarp Skunks aren't really known for being struck out that much. However, in recent games, we're really starting to see that number pile up. They're going to have to change their approach at the plate.
And they were struck out, I believe, 9 times last night, maybe 10 as a team. As Eric Weeks stands in. His batting average dropping a little bit under the 400 mark, now batting .388 on the season. Leads the team in RBIs with 38, and Sliz's first pitch in the dirt for a ball. And the count goes 1-0.
You know, yesterday was a rough game for the hitters. You know, they were able to win that game.
That one in the dirt, count goes 2-0. That was a rough day for everyone involved, including us. You know, I like Olean. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy going out there. It's just difficult with the setup that they have with the press box down the first base line.
And how elevated it is.
2-0 the count to Weeks. That one in the dirt, 3-0.
The thing about Weeks is that he is able to draw walks, extending at bats. Knows how to draw a very good count.
Well, I think the book's out on him, too, is that he is an aggressive fastball hitter. He will put that ball into play. You see a lot of pitchers trying to pitch around him as of late. And the 3-0 pitch. That one down the pipe for a strike. And it is 3-1.
That one was down the pipe. And like you said, I mean, it could have been Sliz was trying to pitch around him, but once it was 3-0, he had to throw something down.
3-1. There's a chopper towards short. Monell has it, throws on to first in time. And there are 2 away.
And that's the thing here. Batavia on defense plays very clean. You're not really going to get those extra outs as you would against those other teams.
Nolan Smith standing in. Returner from last year, a little bit late getting to the program this year, as nursing a bit of an elbow injury. But he is back in the fold as the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. He jacked a home run out in that 8th inning in game 1 of the doubleheader against Auburn.
I was going to say, I mean, right now the wind is blowing to right field.
There's a line drive right to Monell at short, and the side's retired. 3 up, 3 down, nothing doing for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. We go to the bottom of the first inning, no score. No scores. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Here's the starting lineups for the Batavia Muckdogs. Leading off in right field is Jalen David. Batting second at second base, Cooper Russell. The third baseman, Jackson Inman, will bat third. Evan Brock, the designated hitter, will be your cleanup hitter. Glenn Brooks, the center fielder, bats fifth. Batting sixth, the first baseman, James Quintero. Batting seventh, Cooper Romich, behind the dish. Shortstop, Miles Minot, will bat eighth. In the ninth spot, Kyle Vaughn, the left fielder. And batting 10th, Brandon I, the extra hitter. They will be going up against the man they call Big Precious, Zach McLean, on the mound for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. And for McLean, he makes his sixth start, sixth appearance of the season. Comes in with a 4.5 ERA, no record. 20 innings pitched, 23 hits, 16 runs, only 10 of those earned. He has walked 10 against 25 strikeouts. And hitters are hitting 280 against him. So he is going to have his work cut out for him to try to match Slizz's 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first inning as Jalen David stands in. McLean at the top of the mound. Right-handed pitcher pitches out of the set, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that slides right over the inside corner for a strike. 0-1.
And that's the thing. Joe Radebach was saving him for this game specifically. It just goes to show you how important it is to get the win.
Next pitch down low for a ball. 1-1. Jalen David coming in, batting .366 on the season. He's got 12 RBIs out of that leadoff spot, so that just goes to show how effectual the bottom of this Muckdog order is. There's a line drive into left field. That is a base hit.
And here's the thing. Batavia seeing the ball really well up and down this lineup. It is not going to be easy. So it's also going to come down to your position players and how they're able to get players off the bases.
As Cooper Russell stands in, comes into this game a 400 hitter, does have a couple of doubles and 14 RBIs on the season. I mean, Jalen David, one hop as a throw over to first, and he's back. But Jalen David lined that one on a one hop. I don't think Jordan or Dixon would have had a chance for it. We'll get you the defensive alignment here in just a moment for the Skunks. As the first pitch comes in, that one taken for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Defensively, it's Dugan, Moore, Traumer from left to right. Jordan, Dixon, Kiefer, and Smith from third to first. Branston Lindquist behind the dish. And Zach McLean on the mound. Runner goes, pitch taken for a ball, bounces off of Lindquist's glove, no throws. So David into second easily.
Here's the thing, I was going to say, it's going to come down to how clean position players play. Can't afford any extra outs and can't afford base runners as he stole.
Muckdogs not too far behind the Tarp Skunks in stolen bases. Runner now at second, 1-1. McLean takes the look back, delivers, and that one's just off the plate on the outside, 2-1.
And one thing that Batavia is, they are very disciplined, so free passes, I want to say it's not an option in this game.
2-1 the count. David with a considerable leadoff second. The pitch, that one misses off the plate, 3-1. And McLean's been dancing with the outside corner of the plate. Needs to bring it back across.
And McLean knows how aggressive they are with the bat in their hand.
So now 3-1. David with an extended lead, and that one misses for a ball. And the Muckdogs have 2 on with nobody out. And the third place hitter, Jackson Inman, coming to the plate.
Almost like McLean tried to get him to chase at a slider, but now he's going up against a lefty, so I'm most likely, I don't think that one's actually going to work on him.
Jackson Inman having a monster season for the Batavia Muckdogs. 480 batting average, 18 of 50, 32 RBIs on the season, including a home run, 5 doubles. He is a masher out there. Left-handed hitter waits, and McLean's first pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
I mean, for Batavia's batting average to be above 300, that should really tell you how many players, how elevated their averages are.
Reminds me a lot of the Skunks team last year. All season long, combined team average was around 333 as the 0-1 misses. He had a franchise record 8 players with 90 or more qualifying at bats with a batting average of over 300. Batavia looking to do that again this year. 1-1 just underway here in Batavia as a swing and a miss.
Again, very important how that first pitch got to be strike.
Now a little breathing room, but you can't really play around with Inman. You still have to go after him. Plate discipline unparalleled here for the Batavia Muckdogs. And the 1-2 pitch coming. That one, breaking ball that falls inside for a ball, 2-2.
That's the thing. We're rarely going to be seeing swings and misses out of the Batavia lineup, because they have been seeing the baseball like it's a beach ball.
Runners take their lead. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning, no score. McLean comes set, kicks and throws. Swing and a miss. And Jackson Inman goes down on strikes. First out of the bottom of the inning. And that is going to bring up the fourth place hitter, Evan Brock.
And that is a big out number 1 that they really needed. A double play can get them out of the inning with no damage done.
Evan Brock, also not a pushover, coming in with a 420 average. He's got 42 RBIs on the season. I think that's your team leader. Runners go. Pitch taken for a ball. Throw is not made by Lindquist. He held on to it. So both runners advance, and there goes the double play.
Well, Jalen David had a better jump than Cooper Russell. Lindquist wanted to make the throw to second. Kiefer was nowhere near the bag, as he would have been the one to make the catch.
So now 0-1. And that trap McLean is in, gets a little bit tighter here. That one misses low, 1-1.
That one just came down just a little bit low.
The 2-1 pitch fouled off.
There you go. He fouled one off for you. So now it's 2-2.
Well, umpire's saying 2-1. I guess he called a ball on the pitch where both runners stole. I thought he had called a strike. He'd made the motion.
I thought he did, too.
Well, 2-1. David off third, Russell off second. McLean kicks and throws. That one, breaking ball that misses off the plate. 3-1.
I'm noticing Lindquist has been moving around right now, trying to block the ball. You really want to keep your catcher stationary.
McLean comes set. 3-1. That one's fouled off. And the count goes full, 3-2. To Evan Brock. Cooper Romick on deck.
All he needs is to find where that third strike is going to be.
So runners take their lead. McLean gets the sign he likes, comes set. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And down goes Brock. Second strikeout in a row for Zach McLean. And that's going to bring up Cooper Romick.
That was a very gutsy move by McLean, giving him an off-speed down low. And Evan Brock chased at it for strike 3.
For Cooper Romick, he's coming in batting .357 on the season. 17 RBIs. Only 2 doubles. Not a lot of extra base hits on this game. As there's a drive into right field, that is a base hit. 1 run scores. The throw into home is not in time. 2 runs come in, and the Muckdogs take a 2-0 lead.
Well, I mean, he wasn't a base hit, or it wasn't an extra base hit, but he sure did bring in 2 runs, and so Batavia quickly up by 2.
Well, Romick not waiting around. Gets himself 2 RBIs on the first pitch he sees. That's going to bring up the first baseman, James Quintero. Not the kind of inning the Tarp Skunks wanted to kick this game off, as the first pitch taken for a strike. Now the Tarp Skunks starting from behind the 8-ball early here. Runner almost caught off the bag, leaning towards second. McLean tosses over there, but Romick back.
Good scoop by Nolan Smith, being able to keep that in front and avoid the runner advancing to any more bases.
So 0-1 the count. And the pitch, runner goes. Pitch is taken for a ball. Throw down to second is not in time. That might be the first questionable call of the night.
Yeah, that one, it was some really good pop time by Lindquist. How he was able to pop up, get the ball out of his hands. I'm not too sure about that one.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was there well before Romick was, but base umpire said otherwise. So 1-1 now with Romick at second. And the pitch comes in. That one's fouled down the third baseline. And the count goes 1-2.
Now they just got to find strike 3 here. And keep James Quintero from capitalizing on the runner in scoring position.
Two across on 2 hits for the Muckdogs. Looking to add on. Zach McLean looking to shut down Batavia here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2 the count and the pitch. Swinging, there's a foul down the left field line and out of play. And we'll do 1-2 all over again.
And that wind is blowing out pretty hard now. Seeing some trees in the horizon, almost at a 90-degree angle.
There was word that a thunderstorm might be coming in here. So that is something on the horizon we might have to look out for here. As the 1-2 pitch fouled off at the plate, and that one got Lindquist a little bit. So the home plate umpires are going to buy him a little bit of time. That sky looking awfully gray out there.
It is. I thought these were overcast clouds.
So still 1-2. McLean coming set. Runner goes, pitches, swung on, bounce toward first. Smith has it on the backhand, throws to McLean covering, and the inning is over. But the Muckdogs do put up 2 on 2 hits. With 1 runner left, we go to the top of the 2nd inning. It's 2-0 Batavia.
Welcome back here to Dwyer Stadium. Muckdogs take a 2-0 lead as we start the top of the 2nd. Sliz, to start his 2nd inning of work, he will face James Dixon, Dom Costello, and Tito Kiefer. And here to call all the action, it is Dre Guinness.
All right, Jalen, thank you very much. Correction in the bottom of the 1st inning, it was Glenn Brooks with the 2-run single, not Cooper Rumich. I had them flip-flopped on my notepad, but Glenn Brooks with the 2-out 2-run single that gave the Batavia Muckdogs the lead as we go into the top of the 2nd inning. It is James Dixon at shortstop here tonight. I'll get you his entry stats here in just a moment as Liz's first pitch is in the dirt for a ball. 1-0.
I was going to say, Sliz is going to come out throwing strikes. But I don't know. I'm having a hard time trying to read Sliz myself.
For Dixon comes in at an average of 156 on the season. As that one on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. Does have 7 RBIs, but missed a sizable chunk of time, so every at-bat's going to vary a little bit on his batting average. That one, breaking ball at the knees for a strike. Count goes 1-2.
And I know James really wanted to swing at that one, but he didn't, but it was a strike anyway.
1-2 the count. And the pitch. Swinging a foul bat. We'll do 1-2 all over again.
Well, he's fighting, trying to stay alive. That's one thing you need in this ball game, especially against Liz, is you need quality at bats.
Yes, you do. Don't swing at the stuff in the dirt. He's gonna be a little bit wild on occasion. 1-2. That one outside. 2-2. The next time we will be broadcasting with you is tomorrow at Olean. We go back to Bradner Stadium for yet another game between the Skunks and the Oilers. So that one in the dirt. Count fills at 3-2. And Dixon's worked himself into a favorable position here. Sliz didn't have to throw many pitches in the first. Dixon's making him work here a bit. The payoff pitch outside for a ball and a leadoff walk for James Dixon, and that's going to bring up Caleb Jordan.
That's good. How he was able to extend the at-bat after being down 1-2.
I'll make that Dom Costello the extra hitter. I got my notes all over the place here tonight.
I was going to say, with the wind blowing out in right field, the lefties can really pull something here.
First pitch up for a ball, 1-0.
Because when you do, it's going to hang up there for a while.
Costello 2 for 6 since he's rejoined the team. Dixon dancing over at first. And the 1-0, that one misses for a ball. Count goes 2-0. And Sliz has been a little bit wild here in this inning.
Could see Dixon on the run here. But that all depends. It's going after a lefty.
Not taking a big lead over there. So that one's popped up behind home plate and will go out of play. 2-1.
Dixon does have. He can steal a bag. Again, he's facing a lefty on the mound.
Sliz comes set, checks Dixon at first, and the pitch coming just off the plate. Nice frame job by Romick, but home plate umpire didn't buy. 3-1 the count. Those clouds, those storm clouds out there are looking ominous.
Yes. I think, but I'm hoping it just passes by.
That one up and in for a ball. So back-to-back walks to start the inning for Jake Sliz. Puts runners at first and second for Tito Kiefer.
Now it's all going to depend on how the Tarp Skunks are going to be able to capitalize on these free passes.
Well, Tito Kiefer comes in, the team leader in average at 386. He has 17 hits on the season, 17 RBIs. And a couple of skunks on the pond right now. 2 on, nobody out. And the first pitch comes inside for a ball, 1-0.
Could be a location problem for Sliz.
Could be mechanical.
Could be that too.
Haven't seen him enough to really be able to judge him on his mechanics. I'm not noticing anything unusual at this point. And the pitch, that one is lined down the right field line, hooking, foul.
And that is as close as a foul ball gets.
Yeah.
That was just on the line.
Definitely waved at it as it bounced just to the right of it by maybe 3 to 6 inches. So 1-1 the count. And the pitch. There's a drive out into right field. That one's